Annual meeting. I call this meeting to order on February 4th at 7:01 p.m. I'd like to open the meeting with a Pledge of Allegiance led by our host this evening, Principal Dave O'Connor. Thank you all. I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight and showing an interest in your town and school. I'd like to introduce the people here on the stage besides myself. Starting at my far left, on the school board, Virginia Brider Russell. On the school board, Andrea Shepard. Mariah Curtis, our Director of Finance. Next to her is Kathleen Murphy, the Superintendent. Next to Ms. Murphy is our Chairman, Les Shepard. Next to Mr. Shepard, Pepper Ring. Frank DeLuca, also on the school board. And then our school clerk, Shirley Doheny. I have some housekeeping to do first, but please, only legal residents of Hampton are permitted to vote. If you need assistance in voting, please ask for it. I'd ask you please turn off or silence any mobile phones, computers, tablets, pagers, etc., to avoid any potential disruptions for the meeting. The rules of the meeting are such. My job is to preside over the meeting, regulate the business before us, and make public declarations of any votes that are passed. We're here to discuss, explain, or amend the articles before us. After all discussion, I'll move the article to the ballot, either as written or as it may be amended. The meeting will then move on to the next article. As moderator, I will not vote nor speak on any articles. I reserve the right to speak if a ruling I make is challenged and to call any vote. Only one person at a time may speak. The podium is in front. I ask that you state your name and address for the record, and please attempt to speak loudly and clearly so as to assist the cable TV crew with providing the best transmission possible. I ask that we all speak at least once before anyone speaks twice on the same article. All people will get an opportunity to speak if they so choose. A secret ballot requires the signature of 5 legal voters present at this meeting to be presented to me in writing before the vote is taken. I will also like a motion to allow the people who are employed by the Hampton School District to speak and explain any article, even if they're not a town resident.
I move that.
Moved by Mr. Shepard.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion to dispense with the reading of last year's minutes.
So moved.
By Mrs. Reynolds. Russell?
Second.
Mr. Shepard. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? The motion carries. With the administrative out of the way, we move on to Article 1. Shall the school district raise and appropriate as an operating budget, not excluding appropriations by special warrant articles or other appropriations voted separately, the amount set forth on the budget posted with the warrant, or as is amended by the vote of the first session for the purposes set forth therein, totaling $23,789,112. Should this article be defeated, the default budget will be $23,703,302, which is the same amount as last year with certain adjustments required by previous actions of the district or by law. Or the governing body may hold one special meeting in accordance with RSA 40:13, Roman 10 and Roman 16 to take up the issue of a revised operating budget. A majority vote is required. This is recommended by the school board on a 5-0 vote and by the municipal budget committee on a 8-0-0 vote. Motion?
Motion.
And a second. Mr. Warburton. Anyone wishing to speak on the article? Mr. Warburton.
Good evening, Mr. Moderator, Hampton taxpayers, Hampton School Board. I'm proud to stand for you tonight and proclaim that for the first time in many years, I think, we've had a unanimous vote from the Budget Committee towards the 2020-2021 budget of Hampton schools. A quick history of what happened this year, and it's been a tremendous year. Last summer, when I took over as chairman of the Budget Committee, I met on several occasions with Superintendent Murphy and then Business Finance Director Nate Lunny. We proceeded on to meet with our new Finance Director, Mariah Curtis. All during that time, We talked to the issues at hand and what the taxpayers had asked a lot about last several years. I can't thank the administration enough for the explanations that were given. One big area in the area of special ed, why costs continue to go up, why we continue to see budgets change every year. A lot of it is mandated by state and federal government. I also want to thank my longtime colleague, Ginny Brada-Russell, because I have to tell you, her insight and knowledge and what she brought to the committee again this year has been tremendous. And I think everybody would agree it's been a fantastic year. The budget, ladies and gentlemen, for the viewers at home watching on Channel 13 in this beautiful Hampton Academy, this budget is a minimal increase. Minimal increase. A lot of hard work went into it, and everybody's excited about it. I can tell you the feedback I get in the community and beyond is this is going to pass in a big way. And I'm proud to have served as chairman this year to bring forth to you, to the voters, the amazing budget that was put together. Really, there wasn't a lot of discussion on any of the major items because we had communicated throughout the year to the public at our various meetings, and certainly in December when Superintendent Murphy and the team came in to present the budget, the areas that were of most interest. So people were already educated, and that's the big forte that I try to bring across, educating the public on what they're voting on. So I urge everybody in the town of Hampton on March 10th to come out and vote for this tremendous budget. Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Anyone else? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? It'll move to the ballot as presented. Article 2, shall the school district vote to approve the cost items included in the collective bargaining agreement reached between the Hampton School Board and the Seacoast Educational Association covering the 4-year period from July 1, 2020 to June 30, 2024, which calls for the following increases in salaries and benefits at the current staffing levels over those paid in the prior fiscal year. School year 20 to 21, estimated increase $433,336. 21 to 22, estimated increase $469,392. 22-23, estimated increase $483,817. And 23-24, estimated increase is $493,033. And further raise and appropriate the sum of $433,336 for the 2021 fiscal year, such sum representing the additional costs attributed to the increase in salaries and benefits required by the new agreement over those that would be paid at current staffing levels in accordance with the most recent collective bargaining agreement. Again, a majority vote is required. This is recommended by the school board, 4-0, 1 abstention, and recommended by the municipal budget committee, 7-0, 1 abstention. Motion?
Motion.
Ms. Rain? Second?
Second.
Mr. Shepherd. Anyone wishing to speak on Article 2?
It may be worth noting that the abstention from the school board was Mr. DeLuca, because his wife is an employee, and the abstention from the budget was Mr. Warburton, whose wife is a teacher.
Great, thank you for that information. With no one wishing to speak, all in favor? Opposed? The motion carries. It'll move to the ballot as presented. Article 3, shall the school district vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $300,000 to continue long-term maintenance, repair, and modernization work to include technical and/or engineering services at Hampton's Marston and Center School buildings and grounds. This article is a continuation of an annual program planned to keep the buildings updated and in good condition, thereby protecting the taxpayers' investments. Projects planned for the 2022 are listed below. This will be a non-lapsing appropriation per RSA 32:7, Roman 6, and will not lapse until these projects are completed or June 30, 2022, whichever is earlier. There's a majority vote required. It is recommended by the school board on a 5-0 vote and by the budget committee on an 8-0 vote. The improvements for the Marston School are ADA improvements, $5,000, LED lighting upgrades, $28,000, remove an oil tank from 1980, $35,000, replace original classroom sinks and countertops, this is phased, $19,000, replace door third grade wing, $4,900, modified third grade wing, ADA accesses and drainage, $2,600, and replace library window blinds from 1996, $2,500, and security doors at the SEU, $20,000 for a total of $117,000. And at the center school, modernization of the 1991 passenger elevator, $100,000. LED lighting upgrades, this is phased as well, $28,000. Removal of an oil tank, again from 1980, $35,000. And replace original classroom sinks and countertops, again a phased project, $20,000, for a total of $183,000 at the center school, those two totaling the $300,000 aforementioned. A motion?
I make a motion.
Mrs.
Second.
Shepherd, seconded by Mrs. Bridle. Anyone discuss Article 3? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? Article 3 will go to the ballot as presented. Article 4, shall the school district vote to raise and appropriate funds in the amount of $43,975 to provide child benefit services in accordance with RSA 189:49 for students who are residents of the Hampton School District yet attend the Sacred Heart School located in Hampton, New Hampshire. This is by petition. A majority votes required. It is recommended by the school board on a 5-0 vote and by the Municipal Budget Committee on an 8-0 vote. A motion for Article 4. By Mr. DeLuca,
Second.
seconded by Mrs. Shepherd. Any discussion on Article 4? None. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Article 4 will go to the ballot as presented. The second session of this meeting will be at the Winnicott High School Dining Hall, 1 Alumni Drive, in Hampton, New Hampshire, on Tuesday, March the 10th. This will be electing the ballot officers of the school district and a vote for the official ballot. This year, there is one school district officer up for election. It is a school board member for a 3-year term expiring in 2023, and then the Articles 1 through 4 that we just went through. The polls open at 7 a.m. on the 10th and close no earlier than 8 p.m. Any further business? With none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
We move, motion to adjourn.
Seconded by Mr. DeLuca. All in favor? All right. Opposed? Thank you for coming out.